Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Kupz the Universe, aka Poet Lounge, aka PD Mossberg. And we're back. Um Today we're just gonna have a choppy little conversation again about something that I was kinda analyzing, right? And it was like currency, right? You know how the world and everybody is like, okay, currency. And oh no, this drops and what are we gonna do? And it's, oh my God, right? Now, that only applies to a person if that person depends solely, strictly, and unable to do anything other than rely on that system for its survival. Then those beings are gonna be like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? You know, craftsmen of the land, they're not gonna really think like that. Or people that know how to live without a lot of luxuries, they're not really gonna, panic to certain extents because they already kind of live without now. You see what I'm saying? But I was watching this show the other day and it was talking about currency and it was dealing with China or Japan. One of the two. Might have been Japan, now that I think about it. It was talking about the class systems and certain samurai situations and things, right? And I didn't know a lot of that. I didn't know a lot of it. Let me just keep it real. But when I heard it, of course, everything seems to be connected. So once I heard it was like, wait a minute, and certain titles and certain things, I was like, wait a minute. So is the lords and all that really from like a feudal Japan? It's really from us and American Indians. But you know what I'm saying? So either way, right? It was a very good show I was watching. It's like something I forgot what it exactly was. I think it was somebody's video. They was discussing something, but it made me think of something. Basically there was a money, right? The money that they used to trade, right? And this was before they had like the coins, but then they was making coins, right? I think they had the coins first, but obviously they had this first. Did you know that rice was actually a currency with them in that country? So it was called, like, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but I think it was called the ruku, and it was like basically somebody that was in like the palace, the shogun's palace, would get like a year's worth of rice, be able to eat rice every day for a year as a day salary. And then there was people that was getting like 20 years worth of rice. And then it was like a certain amount of rice equal, like you could get certain things. Like if you get this much rice to someone, you can get this, one of these, three of those, two of these, four of that, two of that, one of those, three. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Basically, they used a resource that was actually edible to trade, not only that you can eat and survive, but also that you can trade it for other goods. So, what are we scared of if this economy collapses? Think about it. Brooklyn, New York was a free colony. Wheatsville, a lot of free American Indians that have been stricken of their title, but still was able to retain some of their land and still be able to create a state and do things like in governance, right? Like basically what I'm saying is in Brooklyn, it was marijuana crops. Like marijuana crops and forest lands was very rampant in Brooklyn. It was a lot more parks and trees and grasslands than what we see today. And it was a lot of marijuana plants. And actually, not only marijuana, but sugarcane plants. That's why it was a sugarcane factory in Brooklyn that they now turned into condos, because they do not want you to ever be able to have your own trade or your own resource to trade as a currency. You understand what I'm saying? It gives you a freedom to deal with international yourself without a governance, ordinance. You understand what I'm saying? So when I seen that, it clicked so much things. I started thinking about the paper that we use. I said, wait a minute, the paper don't have no value now, right? Like if they took the resource, right? So say it was a rice, right? So let's say that each dollar bill was worth a certain amount of rice, right? And then I take the rice from behind the dollar. So now the dollar ain't worth that amount of rice. But you're still spending that dollar to get the rice, right? It's like the rice is not backing it, but you can buy the rice with the... So basically, that currency is already empty. So if it was empty, like say they say, oh, it shut down. And say we all said, okay, well, what are we going to use for currency? Yo, the people can agree that whatever amounts of money is floating around in circulation is still valid amongst each other for trade, and we can still use that shit as long as we can have commodities, as long as we can have some kind of resources to back it. I meaning like, okay, whatever dollars that I may have, and then I also create the art you see behind me. You know what I'm saying? And now that's something that can generate you to say, hey, I want to trade with you. Some of these with that. And then you can have like sneakers out your house, and I may say, oh, I need some shoes. You understand? And I may trade that. So what I'm basically saying, we can make bottle caps commerce if we want to. The bonds they trade on the market, if it's being traded, is treated like a currency. And you understand that? So that's, everybody knows this, but I'm just saying, because not everybody knows this. I'd be thinking everybody knows, but they don't. So there's nothing to be afraid of. If it collapsed, we can always create a currency. The coins was always there. We can always mint coins, figure out ratios, mathematics, and how to equate it to certain things agreed upon. And this is where, again, the unity comes into play. Because some people can go places and have gold, and if a country doesn't have a system in play to convert gold for resources and such, you won't be able to buy anything there. You could be the richest person there. So this commerce and this currency thing is very, very fickle and tricky. You know what I'm saying? And I'll think some more about it and come further at it. But yo, it's your boy Kupz the Universe, aka P.D. Mossberg, aka Poet Lounge. And you already know the lingo and the title and the logo, you know? So, yo, always hit my chest like this, throw one fist in the air, because I got love for you. I love you just like you love me. You might not know you love me. It's inside. But I know I love you from inside. All right? So one love, everybody. Namaste. Peace.